Greetings, everyone. Greetings and welcome. Today, I want to talk a little bit about Game of Thrones, the new series, House of the Dragon. My honest thoughts. This is going to be a pure, from the heart, unscripted video. Just some thoughts that I had while watching the show. Um, I enjoyed the first iteration of Game of Thrones. Did I care for the ending? It was all right. It didn't blow me away. I feel like they could have maybe done another season or two. Um, I feel like they could have done another season or two and just kind of fleshed out the long night a little more. That's one of my things. I thought it would be perfect for them to end it whenever the guy sang the song and they were waiting around the campfire or the fireplace before the battle. I thought that would have been an amazing cliffhanger and just show the whole army coming. But I digress. There's gonna be some very light spoilers here, but nothing too major. Like I don't want to drop anything wild for those that haven't seen the show. There's gonna be some slight spoilers though, but I won't go into like story specific stuff. First of all, I do enjoy the show. I really liked it quite a bit. But it was like one of those things because I haven't like seen a show in a while that's really gripped me. Um, but this one got to the point where it dragged a little bit, but then I was like, all right, characters are established, um, whatever, and it was like something to look forward to every Sunday night for a little while. Um, well, I watched it on Mondays, just so I'm fresh and it's not too late. But anyway, Viserys was my favorite character. I really liked Viserys. He was the most human character. Damon was my least favorite character, but there were some times where like he had redeeming qualities, and I was like, all right, I hate this guy, but now I'm gonna root for him. Like it's fine. It had an impact, and I guess that's the point. Another thing too, like the story was okay, you know, but also as I get older, I kind of realize like this is. I'm not gonna rag on the writers too much, They kind of worked with what they had. They tried to tell a good story. It looked like Game of Thrones. It felt like Game of Thrones. And although maybe in the beginning it lacked a little bit of soul, I feel like that was established eventually. So it did have soul, and that's something that's missing these days um, from shows, from movies. So Viserys was my favorite, and Daemon was my least favorite. If you know, you know. If you haven't seen it, I won't go into great detail. The world felt good. It looked good. Yeah, it was just nice to be back in Westeros again. The thing that really annoyed me was the time skips. The time skips and like some of the casting to where I got to the point where like I didn't know who was who anymore, and like honestly I didn't really care that much. But overall I feel like they told like a above average story, and I'm sort of looking forward to what comes next. It's nice. It was fun. I really enjoyed it, and like I said, I don't want to bash the story a little bit, but obviously, if you go in with crazy expectations of like what Game of Thrones was and like some of the big battles and moments, then you'll be a little bit disappointed. Or also, like, if you just kind of hated it, if you hated the end of Game of Thrones and you're just going in there looking to nitpick, then yeah, you're not going to enjoy it. The fandom is kind of divided, but in general, if you just go in like low expectations, I think it's a good show. Well, not exactly low expectations, but if you just want to be mildly entertained, you have a little bit of free time, you want to get into a fun show, then yeah. And obviously, like in the first Game of Thrones, the houses were established, so it was like House Stark, House Lannister, Targaryen, whatever, and everyone kind of had a side. This one kind of tries to do it. Um, but it doesn't have the same gravity of the previous show. But generally, it was great, and I'm really looking forward to what comes next. There's some questions that I have, and I want to know. But generally, I thought Viserys was really well done. I like the idea that a king can be a king, that can make mistakes, that's human, that isn't like a dragon riding hero. Although I guess from the lore, he did ride a dragon at some point, but now he's older, and I kind of like that it shows that side of him is that he's kind of trying to keep the kingdom together, keep everyone happy, like do what's right. He makes some mistakes, but he's human, and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Um, some of the lore tidbits were really cool. The dragons were really cool. The costumes, the sets. I generally enjoyed it. Can they capture that same sort of like lightning in a bottle? Probably not. But it was great. A lot of good work went into it, and I enjoyed it. So this is what I think about Game of Thrones: House of the Dragon. Let me know what you think. Who was your favorite character? Are you a Daemon fanboy? Um, what do you think? And let me know if there's any interest. I will do more. I kind of prop myself up as a gaming channel, especially Final Fantasy related, but honestly, I haven't had much time, and this is something that I did find time for, and I really enjoyed it. So those are just some pure, unfiltered thoughts, and yeah, look forward to what is to come ahead. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.